Okay, so in late April, we saw our first quail baby chicks, which was really cool. And on this first day that we saw them, one of them fell over the ledge. It's about a three and a half foot ledge, and the papa quail knew that it was down there, but it wasn't sure where. So he walks over to the edge. You can see he's got a gimpy leg. I call him Gimpy. But he walks over to the edge and he is kind of concerned. He's really concerned, and he's going actually the opposite direction from where the baby is, and then he starts calling it. So the baby's kind of down there, and it's really frantic, and it's running back and forth, and he's kind of looking for his family. He doesn't know how to get back up there. Now that's you can imagine how tall that is compared to him, and it just seems like an insurmountable way to get back to his family. And again, he's just running back and forth. There is a way for him, and he ends up finding it, but for now, he's just running back and forth and calling he's just cheeping out to his mom and dad, and dad knows that he's down there. Now you can see him right here on the edge, on the right edge, and there he is right in the middle. It's really hard to see him compared to all the other colors. He blends right in. So he starts running over to where there's a hillside on the right, and it leads up to where they are, and he starts heading that way. Well, Dad, of course, he's thinking that's a good idea, and he takes off, and he's headed over there in that same direction. And then, that little guy trying to fly up there, he's probably a week old. There's no way he's going to be able to fly just yet. So right about this time, Dad figures, well, maybe I'm going to find some high ground. And that's what they'll do a lot of times, is find some high ground, and they'll start calling for their brood. And he gets up in a bush and starts calling. And eventually they do meet up, and the parents do get down there and find their little one, and they end up walking off with them. This was just some of the funny things you see from day one. Not to be outdone, as per usual, the scrub jay comes in and he's feeding, and alongside of him is a rabbit. And now the rabbit is way bigger than him, but scrub jays, they don't like company. They're kind of like the thrasher. They don't like people. They don't like people. They don't like other birds or animals feeding where they're feeding. I mean, it's their food according to them. So he's okay. He's eating and stuff. But as you can see, he's kind of making sure that rabbit knows that this is my territory. He makes a move toward him, and makes sure that he blows a little air on him as he takes off. Rabbit doesn't care. He's way bigger than him. I've seen these scrub jays try to peck at the little baby rabbits before. They can eat them if they try hard enough. But Rabbit, a little while later, just shows him, yeah, I don't care how big you are. I'm way bigger than you, and ruffles him off. The next day, the baby quail came around again with the parents, of course. And I found it interesting that Dad, of course, is still limping. He's going to be limping for a little while longer. He does get better. But I find it interesting that Mama Quail and the babies are really hanging around Mama pretty well, except this one that likes to run away. There he goes. She likes to hang out in the undercover, even though there's not as much seed under there, but she's teaching her young ones how to dig for food. And we can see that even though that little baby yesterday was lost for a little while, they still hang out right at the edge, They just know that their babies have to learn how to survive in a harsh environment, and so they don't protect them by not going by the edge. They just continue doing whatever they do. Wherever the food is, that's where they go, and you have to learn how to live that way. Beautiful little family, and was really glad to see these new little ones back in April. Love them. Don't you love them?